What's up? Welcome in. This is the West Bros Experience. Good morning to everybody watching. I'm Bob West. This is my brother Colby West.
What's going on today? Petey, I got you.
What's up, everybody? Today we're talking about how to negotiate in the year 2020 and beyond. So much of what we're trying to do as salespeople in the modern era, especially with social media, is coming off as genuine. And that's incredibly important.
Yeah, we elaborated already in a previous episode. You'll have to check that one out as well if you haven't already. Relating back to some Carnegie stuff, and it's just coming off genuine, like you said, and not coming off as that sleazy salesman we all hate, honestly. So it's for me personally, it's a complete belief in yourself and the product. So I'm in solar sales now.
Yep.
And after leaving an engineering job for the last 4 years, and decided I took the leap because I believed in myself and knew I could do it. So yep. I took that chance, and I obviously believe in the product and believe in myself, and we're here. So
absolutely. So yeah, I mean, that's the first part of being genuine, is having that ultimate belief in yourself, in your product, or in your service. In my case, like in real estate. So you want to have that ultimate belief in yourself all the time. That's how you're going to come across as the most genuine. So we're going to break negotiating down into basically two different forms. We're going to talk about first, how do you build up that confidence in yourself? How do you get yourself psyched for a negotiation so that your clients, your prospects, and the other side of the negotiation, they all believe in you and have that confidence in you? So how do you do that? But then we're also going to talk about the long-term process and the different factors that go into negotiation. So this is all genuine stuff. There won't be any hypnosis or sublingual language, anything like that going in. No tricks, anything like that. This is all stuff that's supposed to genuinely help you and help your business moving forward. So Colby, if I'm trying to get myself, into that confident state, because I think all salespeople are confident at some times, but maybe not all the time. So if I'm trying to get myself to feel that way, you got any secrets?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I can think of is the Wolf on Wall Street. He goes,
I like it. I like it.
Woo!
Just, whatever it takes to feel something different, right? Like beat your chest, yell, scream. I mean, like Tony Robbins talks about, you manipulate your breathing, switch your breathing up, make it really rapid, make it really deep.
Yep.
Just move your body around, whatever it takes to get yourself amped.
Yeah.
And then I think it's kind of about what's the next step then? So you've got yourself amped.
Yeah, you're amped. You know the product. You have full utmost confidence in yourself. And then once you get to meet the person, they're already here for you. They're there for a reason. It's time to shut up and listen. You've got to just a lot of salespeople focus on themselves. They're all amped, and then they go throw their spiel at everyone, throw up all of themselves, and that turns a lot of buyers off. And that's really time to focus on the client and their needs and their pressures.
Yeah, that's an awesome distinction. I'm glad you made it, because it is so important. Like, you put so much focus on yourself as a salesperson to make sure that you're feeling the right way, that you're confident, that you're saying the right things, that you have the confidence in your product. But it can be really easy then to go into a pitch or a meeting or a negotiation, and that's your focus. But your focus needs to immediately switch to the client or the other side and what their motivations are.
Yeah. It's like I've seen a few different places, like a 70-30 rule. Like, you're listening 70% of the time, and I think that's even low. It should be almost like a 90-10. Like, your sole focus should be on the customer, the client, and actually figuring out why they agreed to take the conversation with you and what they're looking to improve in their life.
Yeah, it's what motivates them. What are they looking to improve? What are they looking to what are they looking to change? A lot of times it's financial when we're talking about negotiations, but a lot of times it's other things. In real estate, it's time frame. Somebody needs to move. Maybe they need to move quickly, or maybe they don't need to move quickly. And being able to be responsive to those points and those parts of their motivation are absolutely huge. So I think, like you talked about, kind of digging deeper with people because it's not always necessarily about the price.
Yep. No, it's, I believe I read somewhere in Carnegie's book that 71% of people would rather buy from someone they know and spend a little bit extra than to find someone with that lower cost. So that really kind of set the tone for me. Realized like, hey, people obviously like to do business with people they know and trust, and it's not always about the price. It's about the value you can bring them through a relationship and through the product.
Right. It's true. Yeah. And I think everybody can relate to that across all different facets. We like to deal with people that we know and that we like and that we trust, and that's all there is to it. So if you're a salesperson, your number one job is to know people, to get people to like and trust you.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
You're not going to do that through tactics. You're going to do that by figuring out what's important to them. And so as we get into that, you've got to focus on the client. You focus on their motivations. But then the different factors of a negotiation are huge. One of my personal mentors, Ryan Serhant from $1 Million Listing, breaks it down to the 3 P's of every negotiation. He says there's price, there's pressure, and there's persistence. So everybody knows about price. Obviously, you want to buy for the lowest, you want to sell for the highest. That's obvious. But the pressure is often the thing that gets the deal done, because that's the motivating factors, and being able to kind of uncover somebody's motivating factors, what actually puts pressure on them. So what are maybe some of the questions that you can ask? We've talked about this in the past about making genuine connections, but what are some of the ways you can uncover people's motivations?
Right. Yeah, I think immediately, first and foremost, you just come out straight, ask them, say, why did you agree to take this meeting with me? Like, what's going on? And then go back to the form tactic that we talked about. Ask about their family and their occupation, recreation, motivation, and really get to feel it, because they'll bring up the pain points right away. People always talk about what's going on negatively in their life first. It's how humans are, apparently. So
well, yeah,
they're gonna tell you their problems whether you ask directly or indirectly. So
yeah, I think that's huge, especially in real estate. You run into, you talked about their family, their occupation. Those are the 2 primary reasons people make decisions when it comes to buying and selling houses. Is what's the best for me and my family. So if you're able to communicate that to as a salesperson, and whatever you're selling along the way, like Colby's selling solar, but also health and fitness products. There's all sorts of ways that you can make people better and make their lives better and help them realize that they're doing it not only for themselves but for their families as well.
It's the time of the year everyone's kind of refocusing on their health and their family's health, and they want to do the new year, new me. Everything's kind of full circle there.
We gotta eat some more pies for Christmas, and then we get to that. Right?
I'm with that. It's let's see, I lost my train of thought.
Well, the last P, let's get to that real quick. The last P was persistence. So you've got price, you've got pressure, you know the person, you know their motivation, but a lot of people's motivation is to stay exactly where they are.
That's true.
That's their comfort zone. They work so hard to get here, so why the heck would they want to move? And so reminding them and being persistent, that's your job as a salesperson, making the calls, sending the messages, reminding them of the benefits of your product.
Yep. And at the same time with that persistence, it's patience. That's another P. You may have to ask 6, 7, 8 times ask for the sale. Like probably no one's gonna buy that thing the first time you ask them. Say, you want to buy this house? Yep. That just doesn't happen.
I wish it was that easy. Well, it's true. Yeah, patience. I think we'll maybe message Serhant and tell him he's got to add a P to the 3 Ps. Let's make it to 4 Ps, because patience is huge. When it comes to in the beginning, when you're trying to find business or when you're trying to negotiate, you have to be willing to accept that it might just not happen. Yep. That their answer might just be no, because it might not be the best thing for them right now.
You've got to be okay with that too. So
That's the key. So I think we've broken it down pretty well for you as far as negotiating. Get yourself sold on your product, get yourself amped, and then put your focus entirely on the customer, the prospect, your client, whatever that is.
All right. That's all we got for you today. Drop us some more comments, some requests, some feedback. What do you like? Let's hear it, people.
See you next time.